Welcome back to Real Steel Cars for another video, and we have all the track results for the 2020 C8 Corvette. Thanks to Motor Trend and Car and Driver, who have put the car through their paces and have proven all the documents wrong. We thought the car was fast, but they have proven a whole different story. It's even faster than we thought. So let's get started on running all these numbers and finding out exactly what they came up with. If you're new here and you love all things automotive, news, trends, just talking about car stuff in general, doesn't matter what it is, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss any new videos. Now let's get into the Car and Driver and Motor Trend testing. Both have taken the C8, did their own testing with it, did some 0 to 60s, did some quarter miles, and the numbers are pretty impressive. Now I'm going to read it right off to the computer and quote them directly so there's no discrepancies. Now they said the best C7 Z51 package 0 to 60 was a 3.7 second. And if you had the Grand Sport, which had slightly stickier tires and a Z06 suspension, it went to 3.6. Now they tested the C8 Z51 package 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. Now that is slightly faster than the 2.9 seconds from that leaked document that you may remember from, not too long ago. We're going to address that document a little bit here in a minute. But 0 to 60, 2.8 seconds. That's pretty impressive. That makes this the fastest base model Corvette ever. Motor Trend also said it was comparable to an Audi R8 or McLaren 570S in the 0 to 60 department. Supercar numbers, supercar comparisons, you do the math. Do you want to call the Corvette a supercar now? Leave a comment down below if you agree with that or not. I'm kind of leaning on the yes. It's practically a supercar at this point. $60,000, doesn't matter. Cheap supercar. If that isn't impressive enough, let's look at the quarter mile time. Because according to that leaked document I was just talking about, it stated it ran an 11.3 at 121. Now, Motor Trend just ran an 11.1 at 123. That is significantly faster than GM told us it was going to be. Now again, that's what the Z51 package, base model C8, 11.1 at 123. That is mind-blowing. Put that in comparison to the C7 Z51, which ran a 12.3, 12.2, depending on who you talk to, at 115 miles an hour. That is significantly faster. Most of that is traction. The 0 to 60 is huge. You have a little less than a second faster 0 to 60 than the C7, which by the time you get to the end of the quarter mile is going to stretch even further, giving you a much faster quarter mile time of now an 11.1. Now let's put that into comparison of the C7 ZR1. 755 horsepower, and that was running the fastest time of 10.8 at 133. This is running 11.1 at 123. Now, if that doesn't scream supercar, I don't know what does, because at that point, look at the mile per hour difference. 123 to 133, it's a 10 mile an hour difference. That just speaks volumes to the traction this car is getting and putting it to the ground and using every bit of horsepower this thing has to get down this track. As they say, spinning ain't winning, and this car is definitely not spinning. This thing will hook and book and go. 500 horsepower, I know really kind of doesn't sound like a lot to today's standards, but when you actually are able to use it, it gets the job done. Now let's talk Skidpad results. Now, obviously, if you can break 1G, you're doing pretty good. According to this, the Z51 C8 Corvette pulled a 1.04 average lateral G on the skid pad. Now, surprisingly enough, they say that is actually less than the C7 Z51, which pulled a 1.11 average. And that was on the Michelin Pilot Super Sports, as opposed to the Michelin Pilot 4S tires that the C8 was running. I don't know if that had a lot to do with it or not, but those are the results. According to this, testing director Kim Reynolds said there was a grinding frustration with understeer with the car. Now, he said once you push it to the limits, you were getting a lot of that. There wasn't a whole lot of things that he could do about it. He says it is what it is. But the problem was if you pushed it farther, then you tend to whip the rear end around. So it was either a little bit of understeer or too much oversteer. So that's really kind of the best that they got with the lateral G's. Now, all that was with the traction control on. They said if they were to turn the traction control off, it was severely oversteering. The rear end would just whip around and there was no traction at all. But long story short, the C8 performs beyond expectations. It is definitely fitting in that supercar category now. So if you had your doubts, this has got to lay them all to rest, because this car is amazing. So no matter how you look at it, if you want the best performance car on the market for your money, the best bang for your buck is definitely the C8 Corvette. And with a car that performs this well, what's going to happen when they bring the Z06 out? How much faster or how much better can they make it? I'm actually astonished. I'm blown away by these numbers. I cannot believe that the car runs a 2.80 to 60 and an 11.1 at 123. Now, that is, again, speaks volumes to the traction that this car has. With 65% of the weight on the rear tires now, it definitely hooks up. It definitely uses every bit of that power to its advantage and just gets down the road. And that was another thing they mentioned, that this car accelerates without any drama. You just push the gas pedal and it goes. Now, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. Some people like the drama. They like to try to control the car. But they said there is none of that. You just hit the gas, you go, and it is a repeatable 0 to 60, which they said was a pretty strong emphasis on the car's performance. Because you don't want to be like, oh, well, I did a best 0 to 60 at 2.8, but we were going to do it 1 out of 50 times. So it's a repeatable thing. You can hit the gas, you go. They said the traction control is out of this world. They said it's got an excellent traction control and a launch control, which is obviously a huge part of that 0 to 60. But let me know what you think of this car now that you have the official numbers from Motor Trend. All their testing is finally in. We have numbers, no more speculations, no more leaked documents. Drop your comments down below. What do you think of this car? And I'm going to cut this one short because there is more to come, but I don't want to drag this video out any longer. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Drop your comments down below what you think of the new C8 Corvette Z51 test results. I think it's absolutely astounding. The car is everything that they said it was going to be and more. So that being said, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. I'll catch you next time.